Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm going to show you right now how to connect your React app to Ethereum. We're going to use the browser extension wallet called MetaMask, and this app example is in the GitHub linked to this video. There's two different methods we're going to use. We're going to go over the first one. The second one is pretty self-explanatory once you know the first one. One is just using window Ethereum methods. The other is using the Ethers.js library. So the expected behavior is that you can get the address and the balance of the user's wallet. So let's hit connect wallet. MetaMask asks, is it okay? Let's do our one that actually has, let's just connect both at the same time. One's got test ETH, one doesn't. So the account we're using right now, the address and the balance, and then we can go to our MetaMask, we can change the account, and we can see that the address and the balance automatically update. Excellent. So that's what we're going to get to. Now we're going to start from the very beginning. So for someone who already is very familiar with React, sorry, you're going to have to sit through a little bit of stuff. But I want to show you every single step. So let's get into it. It's going to be a lot of fun. First things first. I created a React app using the Create React app, and I called it MetaConnect. So you have to have npm installed on your machine, and I use Create React app, and then to give it a name called MetaConnect. I already did that, and it takes a few minutes on my machine, so we're not going to do it again. We can just do cd MetaConnect now, and then we can do npm start. Actually, first, let's get Ethers library. So we're going to do npm install -- save Ethers. This is going to put the Ethers library into our project. Now what we're going to do is the Create React app starts a React project for you, and we're going to get rid of all that boilerplate code that it starts up for us. Oh yeah, I already have another instance running. No, I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. All right, so we're gonna get rid of all that code that generates that. So let's open up our project. I'm just navigating to my project folder right now, and I'll show it to you. So this is what got spun up, all these files. So we're gonna go into source, we're gonna go into app.js, let's open this up, and I'll show you that we don't care about any of this. What we're going to do is we'll have one component. We'll call it wallet card, and that component will be our little connection box that you saw. Let's import this wallet card that we have not yet created, mind you. Okay, save. That'll give us an error. Let's open up a new file in Sublime. This is going to be our wallet card. We are going to use state. We're going to use use state from React, and then we're going to do functional components. So const wallet card. We're not even passing in any props. We can return some empty divs for now. And let's export default wallet card. Now let's save it. MetaConnect source, wallet card JS. Why did this not render? Because we're missing a V in that div. Great. I'm going to throw in some code that I already have prepared. Just, you don't need to see. No one wants to sit through me typing up a bunch of JSX. What we're going to do is we have a div class. It's called wallet card for styling purposes. We're going to have a header connection to MetaMask, and then we're going to have a button. It's going to use the connect wallet handler that we'll create. It'll have some text that we're going to create, and then we're going to have an address that we will display, and then we'll have a balance that we will display, and an error message holder in case we feel like displaying error messages. And so we can save this, but of course it's going to give us a bunch of errors because we don't have these default account user balance error message stuff set yet. So I will also throw in a little boilerplate code here. You don't have to watch me type a bunch of stuff. If you're new to React, these are basically variables. Each of these names, these are just variables. This is a way to, you can use state across component re-renders. But just know essentially these are just simple variables, and then these are the setters for those variables. So we've got, the only thing we're missing now to get we need the connect wallet handler function. So I'll just start an empty connect wallet handler function. So now we should be able to get a render, yes. So now what we want to do is press connect wallet, and we want it to actually ask MetaMask if it's okay to connect, and then we want to display the address and the balance. So connect wallet handler, what we will do now, we need to check, does the user have MetaMask installed? And we can ask the window if Ethereum is there. And if it is, great. MetaMask is here, I think. Could be another one, but we're going to go with MetaMask right now. Else, user probably doesn't have MetaMask installed, so install MetaMask. Now there could be other reasons why this errors out. This function will error out, but let's just say we're going to set our error message to install MetaMask, which will show at the bottom of this page if we click the button and window Ethereum is not there. But what we really care about is window Ethereum. We're going to assume it's here. So now what are we going to do? Let's ask to connect. So we are going to say window.ethereum.request, and we're going to pass in an object. The method name that we're going to call is called ETH request accounts. Then, because that's a promise, with that promise will be fulfilled, hopefully. When that promise is fulfilled, we will have a result, and we will call code on our result. So now what we will do is we're going to have an account changed handler, and we're going to have a get balance function. So what we're going to do is account changed handler and result. Now the accounts that come back from this request accounts, it can be an array of many accounts. So we want to just grab the first one, and we're going to pass that into our account changed handler. The account changed handler is basically a function that will just update this default account so that it gets rendered down here. So let's create that function, const account changed handler. Let's pass in new account. Oops, account changed handler, new account. It's not how you spell new account, is it? And let's leave it empty for now. We will also have a get user balance, and we will have an address that we will pass in to get the balance. So our account changed handler, pass in the result of our ETH request accounts. What do we do in here? We want to display that account. So what we will do is set default account to the new account that's passed in. We also want to get the balance. Whenever the account is changed, we want to update the balance. So from account changed handler, we can call get user balance, and we'll pass in that new account. And let's just show you what it does so far. We should have the address show up, but no balance. Connect wallet handler, great. It's asking for permission. Hit connect, and it gives us the account name, the address. Great. So let's now get the balance. So get user balance, we're calling it already. Good. We have the address, so what we're going to do is another window.ethereum.request, another object. We're going to call method, I gotta look over a second. Method ETH underscore get balance. ETH underscore get balance. Now, again, that's going to return it's a promise. So eventually it'll return a result. We're going to do then. We'll call that balance. And what are we going to do with this balance? We're going to set user balance. And we could just do balance here. I'll show you. It's going to give us a funky number though. It gives us a really weird result. Let's wait. Why is it doing that? Shouldn't it give us? I know what we got to do. We got to do. Let's just go right for the right answer. Ethers. We have to convert the number basically. The number that we're going to get from ETH underscore get balance. Oh, we didn't pass in the parameters. That's why. In our object, we need one more thing. We need the params. We need the address to look for, and then we're going to look for the latest. So we have to tell the ETH get balance method that we're doing it on this address, the new account address, and the latest balance. Now I can hopefully show you what balance comes back as. Great. That's not a balance. That's a weird hexy thing. So what we want to do is we use a utility. We use Ethers, which did we import? No. We need to import Ethers. So import Ethers from Ethers, which we installed. Great. Now we can do ethers.utils.format ether. This will format from way, which would be a big number, into ether. Now reload. Oops. Okay. Connect wallet. What do you know? We already have our account connected to localhost 3001, so it didn't ask for permission again because I already had connected it. But you see here, that's our desired behavior. However, when we change accounts in MetaMask, we'll have no idea in the UI that we did that. So I'll show you here. I'm going to even connect the new account. 0xB2. Nope, it did not re-render. So there is a really handy thing we can do about that. We already have our account changed handler, and we already have a new balance gets rendered whenever this account change handler is called. So what we can do is we can do window Ethereum on, and it's called accounts. Let's see. Accounts changed is the method name. This is particular to window Ethereum on, so you have to look this up. And it's going to pass in the new account into whatever method we put here next. So I'm going to do the account changed handler. Now this will now re-render the account address, and it'll also call this get user balance again and re-render the user balance. So now if we save, reload, connect wallet, we have our address. Let's change our address while we're in the website, and we have a failure. What's wrong? Non-string. Okay. So what we need to do is when we pass in our get user balance, the account into the get user balance, it wants it as a string. So now we've got our address and our balance as we expect. Change account, and we have the new address, the new balance automatically updates. Excellent. You want to be really careful though. There could be a time where you don't even want to upload, you don't even want to re-render components with the new address and new balance. You might want to force the user, if they change their account, you might want to force them to completely reload the website, because you don't want to get to a state where you're displaying something in your site and you're not totally aligned with the account and the chain that they have selected in their MetaMask. If you're off from that, you could have really hairy behavior, and they could end up making a mistake they didn't mean to because they trust your site, but you're not actually connected to the account that they have. So what I'm saying is, sure, go ahead and re-render if you want, but you may actually want to just force the user to reload the page. In that case, what we can do, let's say they switch chains on you and they go to a whole other chain connected to their MetaMask. I think at that point you might want to actually reload the page. So we're going to do window Ethereum on, and this is going to be chain changed. Again, this is proprietary to window Ethereum.on, so you have to look up these methods. And now, what method do we want to pass into here? What function? Let's just start a new function called chain changed handler. And we actually want to force this whole thing to reload. We do not want the user to stay on our page if they change their chain. We want to force them to input everything, because we really don't want to end up making a mistake on their behalf. So let's do chain changed handler, and now it'll force a whole page reload. We'll have to reconnect. Let's make sure it works. Connect wallet, good. Let's go change. We're in Ropsten right now, testnet. Let's go to mainnet. Mainnet, good. Wish I had bags. Forced it to disconnect. Well, it's connected, but it forced it to, we have to ask it to re-render. We're connected to that account, that address. But that way, yeah, the user doesn't make a mistake on our behalf, or we don't make a mistake on their behalf. So that is the basics of how to get the address and the balance. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. The website, look up MetaMask docs, and they have all this stuff explained pretty well. Thank you for joining me. Have a lovely day.